Welcome to Learn English with Podcast Conversation. I'm Jennifer, and today we'll talk about setting and achieving personal goals. This episode is packed with helpful tips to guide you on your journey.
And I'm Thomas. Listening to this podcast is a great way to improve your English. You'll hear practical words and phrases, practice understanding natural conversations, and gain confidence using English in your daily life.
Exactly, Thomas. Plus, today's topic will help you in life. Setting goals can keep you focused, motivated, and confident as you work towards success. Let's dive in and explore how to create and achieve meaningful goals. Goals are like a map. They give us direction. Without them, we might feel lost or stuck. Whether it's learning English or starting a new hobby, goals show us where to start and how to keep going.
That's so true, and small goals can make big dreams feel possible. For example, instead of saying, "I'll speak English fluently," you could start with, "I'll practice for 10 minutes daily." Small steps build confidence.
Exactly. When you achieve even small goals, you feel proud and motivated. It's proof that you're moving forward. Step by step, small goals lead to big success.
And don't forget, goals help you focus. They remind you what's important, so you spend time on things that really matter. Without clear goals, it's easy to get distracted or give up.
Absolutely. Goals also challenge us to grow. Whether it's improving your English or learning a new skill, every goal you work toward makes you stronger and more capable.
And let's not forget that achieving goals feels amazing. The process teaches you patience and persistence, and the result is always worth it.
One helpful method for setting goals is SMART. This means your goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, instead of saying, "I'll read more," say, "I'll read one chapter each night before bed."
That's a great point. SMART goals make your plan clear and realistic. When you know exactly what to do, it's easier to stay motivated and track your progress.
Another tip is to start small. Big goals can feel overwhelming, so break them into smaller steps. For instance, if you want to improve your English, start by practicing speaking for just 5 minutes a day.
Writing your goals down is also powerful. It helps you stay focused and reminds you of what you're working toward. Seeing your goals on paper makes them feel more real.
I agree. Visualizing your success is also helpful. Imagine yourself reaching your goal speaking confidently in English, for example. This mental picture can inspire you to keep going.
That's so true, Jennifer. And don't forget to check if your goals are realistic. It's great to aim high, but setting small, achievable goals first helps you build the confidence to aim higher later.
Motivation can go up and down, so it's important to find ways to stay inspired. Celebrate your progress, even if it's small. For example, reward yourself after completing a week of daily English practice.
Good idea, and if you feel stuck, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself why this goal matters to you. Reconnecting with your why can reignite your motivation.
Also, don't hesitate to share your goals with someone. Telling a friend or family member can keep you accountable and give you encouragement when you need it.
And don't be afraid to adjust your goals if needed. Life changes, and your goals can, too. Flexibility is important to stay on track without feeling too pressured.
That's so true. And if you face challenges, don't see them as failures. Instead, view them as learning opportunities. Every challenge teaches you something valuable.
Exactly. Progress isn't always fast, but it's still progress. Keep going even on days when it feels tough. Small, steady steps will always lead you closer to your goal.
Small wins are incredibly motivating. Each time you achieve a tiny goal, it's proof that you're making progress. For example, learning one new English phrase daily adds up over time.
That's right, and celebrating these wins keeps you excited about your progress. Treat yourself when you complete a small goal, maybe watch your favorite show or enjoy a treat.
Small victories also build confidence. They remind you that you can succeed, even when the big goal feels far away. Confidence grows with every little step.
Yes, and don't underestimate the power of consistency. It's better to make small, regular efforts than to take big actions only once in a while.
Absolutely. And take time to look back at how far you've come. Reflecting on your progress shows you that even small efforts make a big difference over time.
That's so true, Jennifer. Every little step matters. When you focus on small wins, the bigger picture becomes clearer and more achievable.
Challenges are part of every journey, but they shouldn't stop you. Start by identifying what's holding you back. For example, if you're too busy, schedule small time blocks for your goals. Even 10 minutes a day can make a difference.
Exactly. Breaking tasks into smaller, manageable pieces helps too. If learning English feels overwhelming, focus on one skill at a time, like listening today and speaking tomorrow. Small efforts add up, even if it doesn't feel like it right away.
Another tip is to stay positive. When things get tough, remind yourself why you started. Focus on your progress instead of what's left to do. This mindset keeps you motivated even when the journey feels long.
And don't hesitate to ask for help. Whether it's a teacher, a friend, or even an online resource, support makes a big difference. You're never alone in your goals, especially when others are willing to guide and encourage you.
That's so true. Another way to push through obstacles is to focus on solutions, not problems. Instead of thinking, I can't do this, ask yourself, what can I do to move forward? This shift in mindset can turn challenges into opportunities.
Yes, and take breaks when needed. Rest isn't a sign of failure, it's part of success. Pausing to recharge your energy ensures you'll come back stronger and more focused.
Exactly, Thomas. And remember, setbacks don't mean failure. They're lessons in disguise. Every mistake teaches you something that brings you closer to your goal. Keep learning and don't give up.
Achieving goals isn't just about effort, it's about habits. For instance, if you want to improve your English, make it a habit to listen to podcasts daily. A regular routine turns small actions into lasting results.
That's so true. Start with one habit at a time. For example, dedicate 15 minutes every morning to practice English. Once that becomes a routine, add another habit, like reading an article or writing a journal entry in English.
Consistency is key. Doing a little every day is better than doing a lot once a week. Over time, small habits create big changes. Even a 5-minute practice session daily can make a huge difference.
Another helpful tip is to link new habits to existing ones. For example, if you already drink coffee every morning, practice English vocabulary while you sip your coffee. This connection makes it easier to stick to your new habit.
Reward yourself for sticking to your habits. Celebrating small milestones like completing a week of daily practice keeps you motivated and reinforces the habit. Rewards don't have to be big. Even a simple well done to yourself works.
Also, be patient with yourself. Building habits takes time, and it's okay if you miss a day. The important thing is to get back on track. Progress is more important than perfection.
Absolutely, Jennifer, and don't forget to track your progress. Whether it's a checklist, a journal, or an app, seeing how far you've come can inspire you to keep going. Tracking turns effort into visible success.
Inspiration keeps us moving forward. To stay inspired, surround yourself with things that remind you of your goal. For example, if you're learning English, keep motivational quotes or pictures of your dream destination nearby.
And connect with like-minded people. Join groups or communities with similar goals. Sharing experiences and learning together keeps you motivated and inspired to keep going.
That's a great point. Learning from others' success stories is also inspiring. Seeing how someone else achieved their goal shows you that it's possible for you, too. Success is contagious.
Yes, and remember to celebrate not just the end goal but the process itself. Enjoy the journey of learning and growing. Each step, no matter how small, is worth recognizing and appreciating.
Another tip is to mix things up. If your routine feels boring, try something new. For example, switch from watching English videos to reading a fun book. Variety keeps you engaged and excited about your goal.
That's so true, Jennifer, and don't forget to visualize your success daily. Spend a few moments imagining yourself reaching your goal. Visualization turns dreams into plans and keeps you inspired to act.
Lastly, remember why you started. Keep your purpose in mind and let it fuel your determination. When you connect deeply with your goal, staying inspired becomes natural. Keep your why close to your heart. Deadlines are essential, but they must be realistic. If your goal is to improve English, set a timeline that's challenging but achievable. For example, aim to learn 20 new words in a week rather than mastering a whole textbook in a month.
Exactly, Jennifer. Break your timeline into smaller milestones. Instead of saying, I'll become fluent in 6 months, focus on smaller steps, like improving listening skills in 2 weeks or holding short conversations within a month. It's less overwhelming.
When setting deadlines, consider your schedule. If you're busy with work or school, adjust your goals accordingly. It's better to move slowly but consistently than to aim too high and feel discouraged when you can't keep up.
And don't forget to review your progress regularly. Set a specific day, like every Sunday, to assess how close you are to your milestones. If needed, adjust your deadlines to match your pace. Flexibility keeps you on track without stress.
Another helpful strategy is to write your deadlines down. Whether it's in a planner, an app, or even sticky notes on your mirror, seeing the timeline daily keeps it fresh in your mind. A visible deadline motivates action.
Finally, celebrate when you meet your deadlines. Whether it's treating yourself to a favorite snack or just acknowledging your hard work, rewards create a positive association with deadlines and keep you motivated for the next step. Tracking your success is key to staying motivated. Use tools like journals or apps to note what you've accomplished. For example, if your goal is speaking better English, record short videos weekly to see how your pronunciation improves over time.
Great idea, Thomas. Another method is to use checklists. Write down small tasks under your goal, like learn 10 words or watch one podcast. Checking off completed tasks gives a sense of achievement and keeps you moving forward.
Don't forget to measure quality, not just quantity. If you've practiced speaking for 10 hours, reflect on how confident you feel now compared to before. Success isn't just about time spent, it's about meaningful progress.
That's so true. Comparing where you started with where you are now can be a huge confidence booster. Look back at old notes or recordings to see how much you've improved. Growth often feels slow, but evidence shows how far you've come.
Also, involve others in measuring success. Ask a friend or teacher to give feedback on your progress. An outside perspective often highlights improvements you might not notice yourself, helping you see your achievements clearly.
And remember, success isn't always about reaching the final goal. It's also about building better habits and gaining new skills along the way. Each step forward is a success worth celebrating, no matter how small it seems.
Absolutely, Jennifer. Success is a journey, not a destination. By regularly measuring and appreciating your progress, you'll stay motivated and confident that you're moving in the right direction.
Staying focused can be tough, especially with distractions everywhere. One strategy is to set a specific time for your goal. For instance, if you're learning English, choose a quiet hour each day when you can fully concentrate without interruptions.
That's a great tip. I'd add that having a dedicated space helps too. Whether it's a corner of your room or a seat in a library, creating a goals zone tells your brain it's time to focus. A consistent environment supports concentration.
Agreed. Another way to stay focused is to remove distractions. Put your phone on silent or use apps that block social media during study time. Fewer interruptions mean more productive sessions and quicker progress.
And take breaks, but make them intentional. After 25 minutes of focused work, step away for 5 minutes. This technique, known as the Pomodoro method, helps you stay sharp and prevents burnout while working towards your goals.
That's an excellent method, Thomas. I also recommend starting each session with a clear plan. For example, decide whether you'll practice grammar or listen to a podcast. Knowing your goal for the day keeps you from wasting time deciding what to do.
Absolutely, and if you lose focus, don't be too hard on yourself. It's natural, just remind yourself why the goal matters to you and get back on track. Self-compassion makes staying focused easier and more sustainable.
Lastly, keep your focus fresh by reminding yourself of your long-term vision. Picture the benefits of achieving your goal, like speaking English confidently during a trip. This mental image keeps your motivation strong and your focus sharp. Self-doubt is something we all face when working towards big goals. When it creeps in, remind yourself of your past successes. You've accomplished things before, and you can do it again. Reflect on how far you've come to quiet those doubts.
Absolutely. It's essential to challenge negative thoughts. For example, if you think, "I'll never speak English fluently," reframe it to, "I'm improving every day and I will get there." Positive self-talk shifts your mindset from doubt to belief.
Another way to overcome self-doubt is by focusing on progress, not perfection. Instead of comparing yourself to others, compare where you are today to where you were last week. Growth takes time, and small steps are still steps forward.
Right, and sometimes self-doubt comes from setting unrealistic expectations. It's okay not to be perfect at something right away. Achieving small goals helps build your confidence, and over time, the bigger goals will seem more achievable.
Remember, you don't have to do it alone. Share your feelings with a friend, a mentor, or even a goal partner. Having someone to remind you of your strengths and help you push through the tough times can make a huge difference.
Also, recognize that everyone experiences doubt at some point. Even successful people face challenges and setbacks. The key is to keep going despite the doubts. Don't let fear of failure stop you from reaching your potential.
That's right, Thomas. Believe in yourself and take action anyway. Every time you push past self-doubt, you get stronger and more resilient. So the next time you feel uncertain, remind yourself that you are capable.
Accountability is a powerful tool for achieving goals. When you share your goal with someone else, you increase your chances of success. Tell a friend or family member about your goal and ask them to check in with you regularly.
Exactly. Accountability keeps you honest. When someone else is aware of your goals, it adds an extra layer of responsibility. You're more likely to stay committed if you know someone will ask about your progress.
Another way to stay accountable is by tracking your own progress. Whether it's through a journal, a planner, or an app, keeping records helps you stay focused. Plus, looking back at how far you've come is a great motivator.
That's a great point. You can also create a reward system for staying on track. For example, after completing a task, treat yourself to something you enjoy, like a movie night. This encourages positive reinforcement and keeps you motivated.
And don't forget about peer accountability. Join a group of people with similar goals. Whether online or in person, being part of a community gives you the support and encouragement you need to keep pushing forward.
Accountability doesn't have to be formal. You can start with a simple check-in. Send a message to a friend saying, "I worked on my goal today." It's a small action, but it keeps you in the habit of staying committed.
Absolutely, Jennifer, and if you find yourself slipping, don't be too hard on yourself. Recognize the setback, learn from it, and get back on track. Accountability is about progress, not perfection.
A growth mindset is believing that abilities can improve with effort and practice. For example, if you're struggling to learn a new language, instead of thinking, "I'll never get this," try thinking, "I'm learning, and I'll keep improving with time."
Exactly, Jennifer. A growth mindset means seeing challenges as opportunities. When you face difficulties, instead of feeling defeated, ask yourself, "What can I learn from this experience?" This mindset helps you grow stronger and more resilient.
It's also important to embrace failure as part of the process. When something doesn't work out, it's not a reflection of your abilities, it's just a lesson. Each mistake brings you closer to success. So don't fear failure. Use it to learn.
Yes, and keep challenging yourself. Don't settle for where you are now. Aim for continuous growth. Set new goals that push you out of your comfort zone. This helps develop resilience and the ability to handle whatever comes your way.
Another key aspect of a growth mindset is staying curious. Cultivate a habit of learning. Read books, listen to podcasts, and explore new ideas. Curiosity fuels growth and helps you see the world from new perspectives.
And remember, developing a growth mindset is a process. You won't always feel motivated, but consistency is what counts. Even on days when you're tired or discouraged, showing up and putting in the effort makes a difference.
That's right, Thomas. With a growth mindset, every challenge becomes a chance to learn. The more you embrace this mindset, the easier it will be to stay focused and continue working toward your goals. Building good habits is key to reaching your goals. Start small and gradually increase your commitment. For instance, if your goal is to learn English, set aside 15 minutes a day for study. Over time, it'll feel natural and you'll make more progress.
Starting small is the key to long-term success. Rather than overwhelming yourself with a large goal, build daily habits that you can sustain. Over time, even a small habit can make a big difference. For example, practicing speaking English for just 10 minutes each day can add up.
You also want to focus on consistency, not perfection. Missing a day doesn't mean you've failed. The important thing is to get back on track the next day. Small, consistent actions create habits that are much easier to stick with in the long run.
That's so true. It's better to practice your new goal every day, even for just a short time, than to try and make huge efforts only once in a while. The key is building habits that fit into your daily life. Small steps, big impact.
Another great way to build habits is by linking them to something you already do. For example, if you always drink coffee in the morning, you could add 5 minutes of vocabulary practice right after. Associating new habits with existing ones makes them easier to adopt.
Accountability partners can help you stay on track. Find someone who has similar goals or someone who can check in on your progress. This extra support can make a big difference, especially when motivation starts to fade.
Also, make your habits enjoyable. If studying English feels like a chore, try listening to an interesting podcast or watching a movie in English. When you enjoy what you're doing, it becomes easier to make it a daily routine.
Setbacks are a natural part of the goal-setting process. If you face an obstacle, don't get discouraged. Instead, take a step back and figure out what went wrong. Use setbacks as learning opportunities to adjust your approach and move forward.
Exactly, Thomas. If you fall behind on a goal, don't see it as a failure. It's just a bump in the road. Reflect on what caused the setback and how you can avoid it in the future. The key is to keep moving forward, no matter how small the step.
Another way to overcome setbacks is to adjust your expectations. If a goal feels too big or unrealistic, break it down further. Smaller, more achievable goals can help you feel more in control and prevent frustration.
And remember, it's important to stay flexible. If life gets in the way, be kind to yourself and adjust your goals. Flexibility is a huge part of success. Life doesn't always go as planned, but it's how we respond that matters most.
It's also helpful to keep reminding yourself why you set the goal in the first place. Reconnect with your purpose. If your original goal was to improve your English to travel, picture yourself confidently speaking in another country.
And don't be afraid to seek support when you face setbacks. Talk to a mentor, coach, or friend about your struggles. Sometimes, just expressing your challenges out loud can help you see them in a new light and find solutions faster.
Absolutely, Jennifer, surrounding yourself with supportive people can be a game changer. They can offer advice, motivation, or simply be a listening ear when you need it most. With their help, you can get back on track even faster.
Visualization is a powerful tool for achieving your goals. Take a few minutes each day to picture yourself achieving your goal. If you want to speak English fluently, imagine yourself having a conversation with someone confidently. Visualizing success makes it feel possible.
Great point. Jennifer, the more vividly you imagine your success, the more real it becomes. Picture the emotions, the setting, and even the reactions of others. This makes your goal feel tangible and gives you the motivation to take the necessary actions.
Visualization also helps you stay focused. When you're having a tough day or feel stuck, recall that mental image of your success. It can reignite your passion and remind you of the bigger picture, making it easier to push through obstacles.
In addition to visualizing the end goal, think about the process. Imagine the steps you'll take to get there, too. Breaking your journey into small steps that you can visualize will help you stay on track and build momentum toward your ultimate success.
You can even use vision boards as a tool. Cut out pictures or write down quotes that represent your goal and place them where you'll see them every day. Seeing your vision constantly reminds you of your mission and keeps you motivated.
And when you face challenges, visualize how great it will feel once you achieve your goal. Imagine the sense of accomplishment and pride that comes with success. This can be a huge motivator to keep going even when things feel tough.
Visualization creates a positive mindset, helping you believe that success is achievable. The clearer your vision of success, the more focused and confident you'll be in taking the steps needed to turn that vision into reality. Tracking progress helps you stay motivated and organized. Use a journal or app to note what you've achieved each day. Seeing your progress, even small steps, builds confidence and keeps you on the path toward your goals.
Exactly, Jennifer. Progress tracking also highlights areas for improvement. If you notice you're struggling in one part of your goal, like remembering vocabulary, you can adjust your strategy. It's a way to stay proactive and avoid feeling stuck.
And don't just track big achievements, celebrate small wins too. If your goal is learning English, finishing a chapter of a book, or learning 5 new words are milestones. These moments build momentum and make the journey enjoyable.
Another tip is to set checkpoints along the way. For instance, if your goal is to improve speaking skills, record yourself once a month to see how far you've come. Listening to past recordings can be a powerful reminder of your growth.
Consistency in tracking is key. Even on busy days, jotting down a quick note about what you accomplished helps you stay connected to your goal. It's like building a story of your success one page at a time.
Technology can help make tracking easier. Apps like habit trackers or digital planners can send reminders and help you visualize your progress. With a simple tap, you can see how far you've come and where to focus next.
Lastly, reflect on your progress regularly. Take time weekly or monthly to review what's working and what's not. This reflection ensures you're always improving and keeps your journey aligned with your larger goal.
Staying motivated is a challenge for everyone. Start by keeping your goals visible. Write them on sticky notes, set reminders on your phone, or create a vision board. Seeing your goals daily keeps them fresh in your mind and strengthens your resolve.
Positive reinforcement works wonders. Reward yourself for milestones, no matter how small. For example, after completing a week of English practice, treat yourself to a favorite snack or a movie. These rewards make the process more enjoyable and less daunting.
You can also draw inspiration from others. Listen to stories of people who've achieved similar goals. Their journeys can give you ideas and prove that success is possible. Podcasts, videos, or books are great sources for this kind of motivation.
Motivation isn't just about excitement, it's about habits. When you turn your actions into a routine, you rely less on feeling motivated and more on consistency. For example, if you practice English at the same time daily, it becomes automatic.
Surround yourself with supportive people. Join groups or forums related to your goal. Talking to others who share your journey can inspire you and offer new ideas. Plus, they can provide encouragement on days when your motivation dips.
On tough days, remind yourself why you started. Revisit your initial reason for setting the goal. Whether it's improving English for a job or travel, connecting with your why can reignite your passion and help you push through challenges.
Motivation also comes from action. When you feel stuck, take one small step forward, like learning a new word or writing a short paragraph. The act of doing can spark enthusiasm and keep you moving in the right direction.
Accountability is a powerful motivator. Share your goals with someone you trust, like a friend or mentor. When others know what you're working toward, you'll feel more committed and less likely to give up on your efforts.
That's right, Jennifer. Accountability can also come from groups. Joining a study group or online community can create a sense of belonging and responsibility. Sharing progress and challenges with others makes the journey feel less lonely.
Regular check-ins are a great way to stay on track. Set weekly or monthly calls with your accountability partner to discuss progress. Knowing you'll update someone creates a positive pressure to keep moving forward.
Another approach is to set consequences. For example, if you don't meet a weekly goal, you might donate to a charity or skip a favorite activity. These stakes, combined with support, can drive you to stay consistent.
It's also important to choose the right accountability partner. Look for someone encouraging but honest. They should challenge you to stay focused while celebrating your successes. A good partner makes the process more rewarding. Accountability tools like apps can also help. Set reminders, log progress, or even share updates on social media. Knowing others might see your progress adds a layer of commitment, helping you stay motivated and consistent.
Lastly, remember that accountability is a two-way street. If you're supporting someone else's goals, it creates a mutual partnership. Helping each other grow strengthens your bond and doubles the motivation.
Obstacles are part of any goal-setting journey. Start by identifying potential challenges early. If you know what might go wrong, like time constraints or lack of resources, you can plan ahead and find solutions before they become bigger problems.
When obstacles arise, shift your perspective. Instead of seeing them as setbacks, view them as opportunities to learn. For instance, struggling with English pronunciation means you've identified an area to focus on, which ultimately improves your skills.
Break big challenges into smaller tasks. If your obstacle feels overwhelming, list actionable steps. For example, if public speaking is hard, start by practicing in front of a mirror, then with a friend, and finally with a small group. Progress builds confidence.
Adaptability is key when facing obstacles. If one approach isn't working, try another. Learning a language might mean switching from textbooks to podcasts. The goal stays the same, but the method can change to suit your needs and keep you moving forward.
Don't be afraid to ask for help. Whether it's a teacher, mentor, or friend, others can offer guidance and encouragement. Sometimes, an outside perspective is all you need to see solutions you might have missed on your own.
Setbacks don't mean failure. Take a step back, reassess, and adjust your plan if needed. Every journey has bumps, but what matters is your ability to keep going. Use each challenge as a stepping stone rather than a roadblock.
Celebrate resilience. Overcoming obstacles, big or small, deserves recognition. Reward yourself for sticking with your goal even when things got tough. Acknowledging your effort reinforces the idea that you can tackle whatever comes your way.
Confidence grows when you achieve goals, no matter how small. Start with easier objectives to build momentum. For example, learning 5 new words each day is manageable and gives you the satisfaction of consistent progress. Success fuels confidence.
Reflect on your achievements regularly. Keeping a journal where you note milestones reminds you of how far you've come. When doubt creeps in, looking back at your progress can reassure you and reignite your belief in your abilities.
Don't compare your journey to others. Confidence comes from focusing on your growth, not measuring it against someone else's. Everyone has their own pace, so celebrate your unique progress instead of getting discouraged by other successes.
Practice self-affirmation. Tell yourself, I can do this, or I'm improving every day. It might feel strange at first, but positive self-talk strengthens your mindset and encourages you to tackle challenges with greater confidence.
Taking calculated risks also builds confidence. Try something slightly outside your comfort zone, like speaking English in public. Each time you succeed, even in small ways, your belief in your abilities will grow stronger and push you to aim higher.
Surround yourself with positivity. Be with people who uplift and support your journey. Confidence is contagious, and having a strong support system ensures you always have someone cheering for you when you need it most.
Finally, remember that confidence is a skill, not a trait. It's something you develop with time and practice. As you set and achieve goals, your belief in yourself will naturally grow, empowering you to aim higher and accomplish more.
Staying focused on long-term goals requires a clear vision. Write down why this goal matters to you. Keep reminders in places you see often, like your desk or phone. When distractions arise, reconnecting with your why helps you stay on track.
Break long-term goals into shorter phases. For instance, if you aim to become fluent in English, divide it into stages like mastering basic phrases, improving grammar, and expanding vocabulary. Smaller targets make the journey feel more manageable.
Limit distractions when working on your goals. Create a dedicated space and time for focused effort. Whether it's practicing English or working on personal growth, eliminating interruptions ensures better results and keeps you consistent.
Learn to say no. Protecting your time and energy is crucial for achieving long-term goals. Politely decline activities or requests that don't align with your priorities. This way, you stay focused on what truly matters to you.
Keep your energy levels balanced. Overworking can lead to burnout, which derails progress. Take breaks, get enough sleep, and make time for activities that recharge you. A healthy mind and body are essential for long-term focus.
Revisit your goals periodically. As time passes, your priorities might change. Adjusting your goals to fit your current needs ensures you're always working towards something meaningful and relevant rather than sticking to outdated plans.
Celebrate long-term progress along the way. Reflecting on how much you've grown motivates you to keep going. Each milestone reached is proof that your hard work is paying off, fueling your determination to achieve even more. Tracking progress is essential. Use tools like a planner, app, or even sticky notes to monitor your goals. For instance, if you're learning new vocabulary, record how many words you master weekly. Seeing results keeps you motivated and on course.
Review progress regularly. Set a time, maybe every Sunday, to reflect on what went well and what needs improvement. Adjust strategies as needed. This routine ensures you stay connected to your goals and don't lose sight of your end objective.
Visual aids, like charts or graphs, can help. Create a tracker where you mark off completed tasks. For language learning, you might track grammar lessons or reading comprehension. Watching your progress grow gives a tangible sense of accomplishment.
Involve a friend or mentor to help track progress. Share your goals and ask them to check in occasionally. Knowing someone is rooting for you and holding you accountable can inspire you to stay consistent, even when motivation dips.
Celebrate small wins as you track progress. Rewards, like treating yourself to a favorite activity after reaching a milestone, reinforce positive behavior. Each success, no matter how minor, brings you closer to your long-term vision.
Use setbacks as data. If you miss a goal, don't dwell on disappointment. Instead, assess why it happened and make changes. For example, if you struggle to practice speaking English daily, find more flexible ways to fit it into your schedule.
Finally, reflect on how far you've come since you started. Regularly remind yourself of the progress you've made, even if it's not where you hope to be yet. Acknowledging improvement builds momentum to keep going forward with confidence.
Motivation doesn't always come naturally, so create it. Use inspiring quotes, set timers for focused work, or visualize achieving your goal. For example, picture yourself confidently speaking English while traveling abroad. That image keeps you energized.
Connect your goals to personal meaning. Ask yourself why they matter. For instance, learning English might mean improving career opportunities or connecting with new people. When goals are deeply tied to your life, staying motivated feels natural.
Change your environment to spark motivation. If you're feeling stuck, work or study in a new space like a park or cafe. A fresh setting can stimulate creativity and make the process of working on your goals more enjoyable and engaging.
Use music or podcasts as motivational tools. Listening to upbeat music while reviewing notes or a podcast about successful learners can shift your mindset. Surrounding yourself with positive influences keeps motivation alive.
Break monotony with variety. If your learning routine feels stale, switch it up. Practice English through movies one day and group discussions the next. Variety prevents boredom and keeps you excited about reaching your goals.
Create a vision board of what achieving your goal looks like. Include pictures, words, or symbols representing success. Place it somewhere you see daily. This constant reminder motivates you, especially during moments of doubt.
Lastly, remember that motivation fluctuates. Focus on discipline when it's low. Even small steps, like revising for 10 minutes, help maintain momentum. Over time, consistent effort reignites motivation and keeps you moving toward success.
A growth mindset means embracing challenges as opportunities. Instead of fearing mistakes, see them as chances to learn. For instance, mispronouncing a word in English is an opportunity to improve. Adopting this attitude encourages steady growth.
Focus on effort, not just outcomes. Reward yourself for trying, even if you don't succeed immediately. Each attempt builds skill and resilience. Success comes from persistence, not perfection, so keep going regardless of short-term results.
Surround yourself with examples of growth. Read stories about people overcoming challenges or talk to those who've reached their goals. Learning from others' experiences reminds you that progress takes time but is always achievable.
Practice self-compassion. A growth mindset includes being kind to yourself when things don't go as planned. Negative self-talk only holds you back. Instead, encourage yourself as you would a friend with patience and positivity.
Learn from feedback, whether positive or critical. Use suggestions to refine your approach rather than taking them personally. For example, constructive comments about your writing can help improve clarity, making you a stronger communicator.
Celebrate curiosity. A growth mindset thrives on asking questions and exploring new things. If you're unsure about something in your goal, research it. Curiosity fuels learning and keeps the journey exciting and enriching.
Keep reminding yourself, growth is ongoing. There's no finish line for self-improvement, so enjoy the process. Each step, no matter how small, contributes to a richer, more fulfilled version of yourself. Obstacles are normal, so plan for them. If time is an issue, break tasks into 15-minute blocks. Small, consistent efforts add up. For instance, learning one new word daily is manageable. Adjusting to challenges makes your goals sustainable.
When unexpected obstacles arise, revisit your goals. Are they realistic for your current situation? It's okay to tweak them. For instance, if work is busy, shift to lighter goals like listening to an English podcast during your commute. Stay adaptable.
Stay optimistic during setbacks. Remind yourself that hurdles are temporary. A bad day doesn't erase your progress. For example, missing one study session doesn't mean failure. Pick up where you left off, and don't let guilt derail your momentum.
Problem-solve obstacles creatively. If resources are limited, find free alternatives like online tutorials or community workshops. You don't need perfection to progress. Adapting to limitations ensures you stay committed without unnecessary stress.
Seek support when needed. Share your struggles with friends or mentors who can offer advice. Sometimes, an outside perspective provides solutions you hadn't considered. A support system helps you stay resilient, even when challenges feel overwhelming.
Reframe obstacles as learning experiences. Ask yourself, what can I gain from this difficulty? If you struggle with grammar, for example, view it as an opportunity to strengthen your foundation. Every challenge teaches you something valuable.
Lastly, celebrate perseverance. Overcoming obstacles is an achievement itself. Reward your efforts, even if the results aren't perfect yet. Recognizing your resilience keeps you motivated and reminds you that every step forward is progress.
Consistency is key. Create a routine by attaching tasks to existing habits. For instance, review vocabulary after breakfast or practice speaking while walking. Associating new goals with established habits makes them easier to maintain.
Set reminders to stay consistent, use phone alarms, or sticky notes to prompt action. If you forget to practice, a simple reminder can get you back on track. These tools keep your goals at the forefront of your daily life.
Avoid burnout by pacing yourself. Small, steady steps are better than overloading yourself. For example, focus on learning 2 to 3 phrases daily instead of trying to master an entire chapter. Consistency builds momentum without exhausting your energy.
Track your streaks. Apps or journals that show how many days in a row you've worked on your goal can motivate you to keep going. Breaking a streak feels disappointing, so these tools encourage long-term consistency by appealing to our desire for completion.
Reward yourself for staying consistent. After completing a week of practice, treat yourself to something enjoyable, like a movie night. These rewards make the process feel rewarding and fun, increasing your commitment to your goals.
Build accountability into your routine, partner with someone who shares similar goals, and check in regularly. Knowing someone else is counting on you can motivate you to stay consistent, even on days when you feel less inspired.
Reflect on your consistency monthly. Look at what worked and adjust what didn't. For example, if studying in the evening is tough, try mornings instead. Regular evaluation keeps your approach fresh and ensures you're always improving.
When juggling multiple goals, prioritize, list them by importance and deadlines. For example, learning English might take precedence over starting a new hobby if you need it for work. Clear priorities help you manage time and energy effectively.
Use time blocks to focus on different goals. Dedicate mornings to one and evenings to another. This approach prevents overwhelm and ensures steady progress. For instance, study grammar in the morning and listen to podcasts during your evening walk.
Combine goals where possible. If improving fitness and English are priorities, listen to English podcasts during workouts. This multitasking not only saves time, but also integrates learning into other aspects of your life.
Be realistic about capacity. Don't take on too many goals at once. Focus on 2 to 3 key objectives and save others for later. For instance, master conversational English before moving to advanced topics. Focusing ensures quality over quantity.
Review progress across all goals. Some might need more attention than others. If your fitness goal is on track but your language skills need work, adjust your focus. Regular evaluations keep everything balanced and aligned with your overall vision.
Create a vision board for all your goals. Seeing them visually helps identify overlaps and avoid conflicts. For example, a picture of a workplace and a vacation destination can remind you to balance career growth with relaxation goals.
Finally, practice self-care. Balancing multiple goals can be draining. Prioritize rest and downtime to recharge. Achieving goals is important, but maintaining your well-being ensures you can sustain effort without burnout. Goals should evolve as you do. For instance, if your English improves, shift from basic phrases to advanced expressions. Growth isn't static, so revisit your goals every few months to ensure they match your current skills and aspirations.
Life changes, and so should goals. If your priorities shift, adjust your objectives without guilt. For example, focus on professional skills during a career change. Adaptability helps you stay relevant and motivated no matter the circumstances.
Don't be afraid to let go of outdated goals. If a goal no longer serves you, it's okay to move on. For instance, if you plan to learn a hobby but lost interest, redirect that energy to something more meaningful. Letting go clears space for growth.
Track your progress regularly. Tools like spreadsheets or apps can reveal when a goal needs tweaking. If you're ahead of schedule, challenge yourself more. If you're behind, simplify your plan. Tracking ensures your goals remain achievable.
Seek feedback as you adapt your goals. Talk to mentors or peers about your plans. Their insights can reveal gaps or offer new ideas. For instance, a teacher might suggest focusing on pronunciation before diving into complex conversations.
Celebrate milestones, even if they involve changes. Adapting isn't a setback, it's a sign of growth. For instance, reaching intermediate English fluency is worth celebrating, even if your next goal shifts toward writing skills. Every step counts.
Keep the bigger picture in mind. Adapting goals doesn't mean abandoning your vision. If learning English helps your career, stay focused on that end goal, even if your methods or timelines change. Flexibility ensures long-term success.
Visualization is powerful. Picture yourself achieving your goal speaking fluent English in a meeting, for example. This mental exercise boosts confidence and keeps you focused. The clearer the image, the stronger your motivation to make it a reality.
Create a vision board with images and quotes representing your goals. Seeing it daily reinforces your commitment. For example, add photos of a place where you'd like to use your English skills, like a favorite travel destination or international workplace.
Use guided meditations to visualize success. Apps or videos can help you imagine reaching your goals in vivid detail. These practices reduce stress and make your ambitions feel attainable, helping you take practical steps toward them.
Journaling your visualizations can clarify your goals. Write about what success looks and feels like. For instance, describe a day where you confidently hold an English conversation. These entries can inspire you when motivation wanes.
Incorporate visual cues into your environment. Post sticky notes with affirmations like "I am improving every day" near your workspace. These reminders keep your goals top of mind and create a positive, goal-focused atmosphere.
Share your visualizations with supportive people. Talking about your dreams makes them feel real and holds you accountable. For example, tell a friend about your plan to visit an English-speaking country and discuss what you'll do there.
Reflect on your visualizations regularly. Ask yourself, are they still inspiring? Adjust them if necessary. For instance, if your career goals change, update your visualization to reflect your new aspirations. Keeping it fresh maintains its impact.
Start with small, achievable goals. If fluency feels overwhelming, focus on saying 3 new phrases daily. These quick wins build confidence and momentum. Each success proves you're capable, encouraging you to tackle bigger challenges.
Celebrate small victories openly. Share your achievements, like completing a week of practice with friends. Their encouragement reinforces your confidence. Recognizing progress, no matter how small, reminds you that every step forward is valuable.
Turn small wins into habits. If you learn 1 phrase daily, it becomes second nature. Over time, these habits compound into significant progress. For example, practicing pronunciation consistently leads to smoother conversations over weeks or months.
Reflect on your progress regularly. Write down what you've accomplished and how it's made you feel. Seeing your growth on paper can be empowering. It reminds you of your capability and motivates you to keep pushing forward.
Use small wins to challenge self-doubt. When you're hesitant about tackling a big goal, look at past successes. If you mastered basic grammar, you can handle intermediate concepts. Your track record proves you're more capable than you realize.
Small wins can inspire others too. Share your journey with those who might need encouragement. Telling a friend how you improved your vocabulary could motivate them to start. Helping others boosts your confidence and reinforces your own goals.
Lastly, acknowledge effort, not just results. Even if a goal takes longer than expected, recognize your dedication. For instance, spending time studying English, even with setbacks, shows commitment. Valuing effort keeps your confidence strong. Consistency is the secret to success. Even 15 minutes daily can yield great results over time. Set a schedule that fits your lifestyle, like practicing English while commuting. Small, steady efforts add up, keeping you on track toward your goals.
Minimize distractions during your goal-focused time. Turn off notifications or create a quiet space. For instance, when practicing English, focus entirely on speaking or listening. A distraction-free environment helps you make the most of your efforts.
Remind yourself why your goal matters. Write down your motivation, career growth, travel, or connecting with new people. Reflecting on your purpose can reignite your focus and ensure you stay consistent, even when challenges arise.
Accountability can help you stay focused, share your goals with a friend, or join a group of learners. Knowing others are cheering you on or working alongside you creates a support system and keeps you motivated to push forward.
Celebrate consistency itself. Even if progress feels slow, showing up every day is a win. For example, attending all your scheduled English practice sessions proves your commitment. Celebrate the habit. It's the foundation of long-term success.
Be patient with yourself. Growth takes time, and setbacks are part of the process. If you miss a day or face challenges, don't give up. Focus on starting again. Resilience and consistency go hand in hand, leading you to your ultimate goals.
Thank you for joining us today. Remember, setting and achieving personal goals isn't just about the destination, it's about growth along the way. Small steps lead to big changes, so keep striving, stay consistent, and celebrate your wins.
Absolutely, Jennifer. And don't forget, listening to podcasts like this helps improve your English while inspiring you to reach your goals. Practice what you've learned today, and we'll see you next time. Keep learning and stay motivated.
Bye for now, and take care.